The autumn sun streamed through the tall windows of Jefferson High School, painting soft golden lines across the floor. Emily sat silently at her desk, her gaze fixed on the empty chair in front of her. The faint scent of chalk mixed with the hum of the heater filled the still air. Her fingers trembled as they clutched the edge of her notebook. Her heart weighed down by emotion she couldn't bring herself to say aloud. What stayed with her about that day wasn't the lesson, but the conversation that would change everything. At 17, Emily was a senior with dreams far bigger than her small Ohio town. She wanted to go to college, to see life beyond the same streets she'd known since childhood. Her parents worked tirelessly. Her mother, a nurse constantly on her feet at the hospital, and her father managing a small hardware store downtown. Life was stable, but the responsibility at home often felt heavier than it should have been. As the oldest of three, she sometimes felt more like a second parent than just a sister. That afternoon, her history teacher, Mr. Thompson, had asked her to stay behind after class. He wasn't just another teacher. He was someone Emily truly respected. He had this way of noticing the quiet struggles, the ones no one else seemed to see. Lately, Emily's bright energy had dimmed. Her homework was incomplete, her laughter quieter, her eyes tired. Mr. Thompson's voice was calm, but steady as he spoke. "Emily," he began, sitting on the corner of his desk as she gathered her things. "You haven't seemed like yourself lately. Is everything okay at home?" The question hit her harder than she expected. None of her friends had noticed, not the ones too busy planning for prom or cheering at football games. Even her parents hadn't asked. They were too caught up in work and routine. Emily swallowed, trying to hold herself together, but her voice cracked as the words spilled out. "I just feel like..." She paused, blinking back tears. "Like I'm holding everything together. Mom's working double shifts, Dad's never home before dark, and I'm the one helping Michael and Sarah with homework, making dinner, keeping up with school. I'm tired. Mr. Thompson, I don't know how much longer I can keep doing this." Her confession came out like a flood breaking through a dam. Mr. Thompson didn't interrupt or offer quick advice. He just listened. In that quiet, Emily felt something she hadn't felt in weeks. Understood. "Emily," he said finally, his voice gentle but firm. "You're carrying too much. You don't have to handle everything on your own. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is let someone else help. The world won't fall apart if you take a moment to breathe." The classroom was still except for the ticking clock above the whiteboard. Emily looked up, tears streaming freely now. Later, she would remember thinking, "I wanted him to keep talking because his words were the only thing keeping me from falling apart." "Please don't stop," she whispered, almost like a prayer. "Please don't stop reminding me I'm not alone." Mr. Thompson leaned forward, his tone softening even more. "I won't. Every time you walk into this room, I'll remind you that you matter. You're not invisible, Emily. You're stronger than you know, but strength doesn't mean you can't lean on others." Just then, the door creaked open and another teacher peeked inside, asking if the room was free. Emily quickly wiped her tears, embarrassed. It wasn't as if they were sharing a secret romance or anything forbidden. It was something far more fragile and human. For a brief moment, she realized how strange it felt to be seen so completely. Mr. Thompson gave her a reassuring smile and handed her a small sticky note with a phone number scribbled on it. "This is the school counselor's line," he said. "I think it's time you talk to someone who can help carry this with you. And Emily, promise me you'll tell your parents how hard this has been. Sometimes they don't realize until we speak up." That evening, Emily went home feeling both lighter and terrified. Her parents loved her deeply, but she knew they leaned on her more than they should. After dinner, she gathered her courage and told them everything. How overwhelmed she was, how she cried at night, and how she felt her childhood slipping away. Her mother's face crumbled, tears filling her eyes. "Emily, I had no idea," she whispered, pulling her daughter close. "I thought you were okay, that you could handle it. I didn't realize how much we were asking of you." Her father, quiet and steady as always, rested a hand on her shoulder. "We've been so focused on providing," he said softly, "that we forgot to see how much we were asking you to carry.